Welcome to the Pub List. This is James.
I'm Adam.
And we have a lot to talk about. And boy, oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. We got conference finals in the NHL and NBA. We got some Money in the Bank predictions coming your way. And oh my God. Are you fucking ready for this shit? Are you? Are you fucking ready for this shit? Bray Wyatt
I was thinking of something else.
finally gone insane. And I love every fucking second of it.
Yeah, let's go. I mean,
It is amazing.
I know it was going to happen eventually.
I knew it. We all knew it. We all knew what. Now we've seen it. He's like, you know.
That mask looked like, I was just staring at my friend, Corey Taylor's first generation Slipknot mask. The
sure.
skull, like.
I was thinking Twisted Method.
Right.
I was thinking of the game Twisted Method with the, killer
well,
clown.
like with how he had like the
Twisted
holes,
Metal, not Twisted Method, Twisted Metal.
Where it had the holes for the dreadlocks and everything.
Exactly.
In the back.
It
looked like Corey's first mask he wore.
looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to see what Bray Wyatt does. All right, we'll get to that in a second. What we got, first of all, is, of course, let's go with the NHL playoffs.
Yep.
So right now we have Boston and Carolina. Boston is just
Boston's
they're up 3-0.
Yeah.
Are they sweeping tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think Carolina at least gets a win.
No, they're not going to get shit. Carolina ain't getting shit. Boston is too good. They're bullying the fuck out of Carolina. And Boston's going to win tomorrow by 2 goals or more. I think. Bye-bye.
I think it goes like they'll go a couple overtimes and Carolina will get lucky and then lose the next game.
Okay, so you're saying 5.
Yeah.
Easy enough. Tonight, St. Louis was up 4-3 with 2 minutes left, minute and 15 seconds left in the game.
And the Sharks went
Sharks,
5-4.
and then Sharks get a goal late, and then they lose themselves overtime. What?
I told you they'd lose themselves.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know they'd lose themselves. I would take the Sharks all fucking day, and I do take the Sharks all fucking day. And I think this will go. I'll give them 6.
I think it's 5. I think
you think it's just over?
Blues got their win.
They got their win and they're
early,
done. So we both got Boston and San Jose.
Sharks are like way better.
Yeah, I agree. I think St. Louis, they lose themselves all over the fucking place. They're done. Get them away. NBA, we got draft lives.
That was funny.
The number 1 pick is the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yep. Man, it doesn't matter because Anthony Davis still wants to leave.
And it's rigged. Because I think this
I don't think it was rigged. Because if it was rigged, the Knicks would have gotten it. Because that's who everyone was like.
Unless
they wheeled out Patrick Ewing to have his little moment, so they could have had the pick and have him next to Zion.
I just think it's ironic though for like Anthony Davis not to fucking want to come back to the Pelicans, and then lo and behold, the Pelicans.
But he still doesn't want to come back.
I understand that, but
so it doesn't really do anything.
No, well, exactly, it doesn't do anything. All it does is that you're just going to replace Anthony Davis for Zion Williamson.
Yeah.
That's all you're fucking doing.
I think if it was legitimately rigged, one of 3 teams would have got it. The Knicks,
the
Lakers, or the team that hosted the draft lottery.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't know. This is like
because it's not like New Orleans is like a big market team.
I understand that, but
they need them to beat.
But here's the thing, because they're giving the little guys a chance and be like, hey, I know Anthony Davis doesn't want to come back to you guys. We know he's not going to come back after next season. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give you the number 1 pick overall. So maybe start some interesting shit. With Zion Williamson, and if Anthony Davis is going to play and want to be adult about it, then you'll have both of them for a season, and then we'll see what happens.
I don't think they would have done it. Like I said, if it was rigged, they would have gone one of the big market teams. They would have definitely gone Knicks because that's so everyone was saying before.
Well, yeah, but the Knicks are either going to get but they're going to get Kevin Durant and they're going to get Kyrie Irving. They're going to get both of those guys.
I think Kyrie's going to the Lakers now because him and LeBron supposedly made up.
I don't believe that for 1 second. Well, Frank Vogel is their coach. The Lakers are a shit show. They're not going to get anybody, and then LeBron James is just going to wind. He's just going to go into the dust. He's just going to go into the wind, and then you're going to say bye. Bye. Bye-bye. But we do have Western and Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Just started up. I'm saying Warriors in 5. I think this is going to be an easy series for the Warriors. With or without Kevin Durant, it doesn't matter. I love McCollum, and I love Lillard, but it's not enough. It isn't. It really isn't. The Warriors have too much firepower. They have too much star power, even without Kevin Durant. And I think the Golden State Warriors are going to take this in 5.
Probably.
Yeah. Give Portland Game 3. You know, their first game at home in the series, and give them that, and then bye-bye.
Then you have Giannis teabagging people all night.
Giannis was teabagging people, but Toronto was supposed to win this game.
Toronto
Toronto
supposed to, but
they
Giannis
dominated.
Said no. Giannis said no.
Giannis did say no, but I'm still gonna say with my bold prediction of the Toronto Raptors winning in 6 games. I honestly believe Toronto's gonna do this shit.
I don't think so. I think
I would like Milwaukee to win. It really doesn't matter to me, but my heart says Milwaukee. My mind says Toronto, and I'm going with Toronto. Toronto in 6.
This game reminded me a lot of like a Stanley Cup playoffs from a few years ago, where I think it was the 3rd or 4th game where the Hawks started down like 5-0, and then they ended up winning 7-5.
Okay, yeah,
and
all
it
right.
basically killed the other team's like any momentum or hope they had.
You think they
for
did
the
that
series?
tonight?
It just basically destroyed them.
All right.
Because they should have won tonight, but like this was the one night Kyle Lowry was actually able to make a shot or 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah, 1 or 2 shots. Let's not say make a shot, but a couple shots.
And they still
Then who do you
Kawhi
got?
played Bucks.
And how many?
5.
Wow. You're saying 5?
Yep.
5.
Yep.
Toronto's gonna lose in 5.
Toronto will win 1 game at home, and then Giannis
Just
will
like
back him.
Portland, and that's it.
Yep. Then Giannis will bear him the rest of the series.
Motherfucker. Well,
Giannis is the new LeBron. He's just gonna like run over the East for the next like 20 years.
he might, but I don't know.
That's why
It depends on what Philadelphia does. It depends on what Toronto does if they keep Kawhi Leonard or
I'm
not.
not even really worried about what Philadelphia does because Philadelphia couldn't even get past
Milwaukee.
Well,
there you
but
go,
they didn't
Milwaukee.
even look good against them. They looked like Joel was like basically
He won 7 games, did he not?
Yeah, but Joel was randomly. Oh, I don't want to play this game.
Not Milwaukee. I'm an idiot. Toronto.
Yeah.
Toronto. Milwaukee beat Boston in 5.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
But
oh my god.
During that whole series, Joel was basically doing what you said Zion shouldn't do in the NCAA tournament. Well, so he's like, "Oh, I don't want to play this game. I'm hurt. I can't play this game." And then he was basically like shit talking. Who was it? They eliminated. Who did they play the first round? The Sixers.
Oh, fuck.
The Magic.
Magic, yeah.
Like he was like talking shit about like one of their players like crying when they were eliminated. Then like the first thing you see when he's eliminated, he's like
he was crying
on the ground.
Then I might have to put him as douche of the week.
And
I love Embiid, but you know what? Yeah. If you're gonna be, saying about somebody crying because they were eliminated, then all of a sudden you go around and you fucking cry when you're eliminated against Toronto in a Game 7 where Kawhi Leonard fucking hits a game winner against you.
But it's not just that. Like, also the thought that Jimmy's most likely gonna lose. One of the
he'll go to
or
Clippers.
New York,
He'll go to the Clippers.
or to New York,
Or maybe
Brooklyn.
New York. We'll see.
Or somewhere like that.
Right.
Then you go to having Embiid, Simmons, as basically your man too, which is really good. But Embiid,
it could turn into something special, man.
It could, but unless they somehow trade to get that number 1 pick from someone and add Zion, they're not getting past Giannis. Especially since that team, the Bucks, have cap room and the ability to re-sign all their players. And even if they do lose, then they'll just go to a free agent and be like, look what we almost did in our first year of being really good, and we have Giannis here. Don't you want to come and maybe help us win a championship?
Yeah, but it's in Milwaukee. Is Milwaukee really that? that enticing of a spot to be in?
I don't think the city really matters to people. If the city mattered, do you think Cleveland would have ever gotten free agents? Who the fuck wants to be in Cleveland? People who live in Cleveland don't even want to be in Cleveland.
All right, you're right about that.
The Miz left Cleveland to go to LA like 5 times, and he used to be like
the Golden Boy
yeah.
of Cleveland. Yeah, no, I got you. Well, maybe not, but the way that you're thinking is Milwaukee Golden State in the finals.
Yeah.
What do you got in that? Because honestly, I'm going to be in Vegas next week, so I'm not going to be here for the show if you're going to do the show or not.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
Milwaukee in 6. They got no one that's going to stop Giannis.
Milwaukee in 6.
They got no one that's going to stop Giannis.
Kevin Durant.
Can he play? He doesn't.
Draymond Green.
Draymond will get ejected within like the first 5 minutes of the quarter.
Wow.
Which, that's one thing that should have happened in that Game 7, because he got a technical foul, which was technically his 7th foul. He should have been out of that game. And they let him stay in, and he hit the 3 and they ended up winning.
And then they won.
Yeah.
I'm saying Golden State in 6 against Toronto. And then for NHL, I have San Jose in 6 against Boston.
5.
5?
Yeah.
So, do you have any producers of the week?
Well, I'd like to say the Bulls front office, but I found that more hilarious than anything.
You're so god-awful, man. We got the 7th fucking pick overall. We're
Again, this is like the 4th year in a row we got
I know. And you know what? My nephew said, when we're in Vegas, we're going to go to the roulette table. We're going to put $50 on number 7. Because it'll be 3 times in a row of 7s. And, 7.
Snake Eye.
Why not? Let's fucking go.
It's just going to go double zero. Double zero every time.
Well, then maybe I'll put double zeros on.
Then it'll go 7.
Son of a no, it's double zeros and 7s. So I got to win.
It'll go 5.
God.
It'll go to Bobby Porter's number just to fuck you.
Just fuck us over. Fucking assholes. Fucking assholes.
Like, I just think it's hilarious because Paxson and Foreman so far have been allowed to look over 3 separate rebuilds.
Yeah.
First one they had the Heinrich, Elton Brand, Tyson Chandler team.
And Ben Gordon.
Uh-huh. Then the Derrick Rose, Heinrich was still there, Luol and all that.
Oh, he came back. Heinrich came back.
Yeah, Luol.
He was on Atlanta.
Yeah, Luol and all them, and Korver, which that was the best version of them when they had Korver.
I agree.
And now this one. And most other teams in most other sports, look at the Blackhawks. Be it they didn't start being good until the older Wirtz died because he didn't really care about marketing the team or doing anything. But one GM, Bowman was the AGM when Talon basically drafted all these players. But basically one person oversaw all this, but they won 3 championships. So now they're basically telling him, next year, we've missed the playoffs 2 years. Next year, you have to be in the playoffs, or
you're gone.
You're done.
Agreed.
And or even the NFL. Look at the Packers. They missed the playoffs 2 years. They're like, you know what? Go.
Yeah.
Look at Thompson. You guys the Thompson, McCarthy. You guys the Super Bowl. Get out.
I agree.
The Bulls maybe won a playoff series or 2 8 years ago, and haven't done shit since.
You're right.
But
they haven't.
But they still. What the front office kind of holds to is when they were saying oh, are you disappointed you got the 7th pick? Oh no, we've gotten some good players at 7th. We got Luol Deng and Heinrich and Markkanen and Wendell Carter at 7. And that's kind of what Holmes was saying, that okay, you got Kirk Heinrich and Luol Deng, who were serviceable NBA players, but between the 2 of them in their 30-year careers, they had 2 All-Star games. and it was both all day.
Exactly. It's fucking bullshit.
And I mean, Wendell Carter and Lowry could still be really good players. Like Lowry has potential and has looked really good at times.
Right.
But and I like Otto Porter. I like Levine sometimes. But just like the mistakes they've
What are
made.
they gonna get us to a championship? Are they gonna
No,
get us to an
no.
Eastern Conference Finals?
Not with Giannis here.
Probably not. You're right. You're
Not
right.
with Giannis here. No, but that's why I kind of texted Holmes that joke today that, I don't think they're gonna win. So you might as well make it entertaining. Fuck it. With the 7th pick, if he's there, draft Cam Reddish, re-sign Derrick Rose,
And have fun.
See what happens. Have fun.
Why not?
Because if anything, Rose is better than Chris Dunn.
Yeah, he is. I'll
He could at least score.
He can pull up. He could have pull-up jumpers.
And
now,
he's gotten
a little
better
bit
since the last injury.
This is true.
And it's because Lawrence Holmes suggested was signing Patrick Beverly, which of those two I'd rather have Rose.
Man. I guess you're right. I guess you're fucking right on that. So, with that, are we going to be right on our predictions for the Money in the Bank? First, before we do that, we got to talk about Bray Wyatt. It's the Bray Wyatt 5-10 minutes of just loving Bray Wyatt and loving his new character and how he is harnessing his inner demons and how he's keeping them in control. And this is like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
And I love it. And you know what? I really hope, and I don't know how they're going to do this, but I really hope there's times that he will come out with his khakis and his sweater and his hair all nice in the bundled up bun and all that shit.
Yeah.
And then the lights go out. And then right when he's about to, face whoever, he gets the mask, he gets the crazy clown dance.
Or even you could have it a little bit differently. Remember how Taker used to have matches where he'd basically be getting destroyed till Bear showed him the urn.
Yes.
And he got more powerful.
Yes.
You could have that have Bray being nice and getting beaten up in the fight and all of a sudden
and then he snaps and then lights
goes
dim,
dark and then
he gets the mask, he gets his other attire somehow, some way that's probably under the khakis and the sweatshirt or sweater, and then he just goes full crazy clown psychotic Bray Wyatt and just destroys everybody in his fucking path.
I loved it just because I was telling you, I knew eventually the darkness version of it was coming.
It was awesome.
But just this what actually happened was just so weird and so amazing. And I loved the whole the little characters the Abigail, the witch.
They were scared.
This better be except for Abigail, because if you see her, it was basically when she went, Bray turned, and then she was just that was the only one that wasn't scared. It was just looking at him. But I like it when she's this better be good, and that all. I think it was amazing. I think he'll be really good. I think I have one of two predictions that would happen with him.
What?
One, he won't have a match for a few months. He'll continue to
I agree.
terrorize people.
That I think is gonna happen.
He'll continue to terrorize people. I could see him even Bubba Ray Dudley on his podcast suggested, just randomly showing up at Vince's office, Vince just sitting at his desk at the towers, and then all of a sudden the lights go out, and then Bray's just standing behind him with the mask. It just
cool.
scares the hell out of him.
I could see him just attacking people.
Yeah, I could see him doing that.
Just doing a lot of attacking.
But even that, I could see happening at the pay-per-view. Maybe not being in the match. But he runs out and just wipes out everyone. And
just Sister Abigail's everybody.
Just leaves.
Or whatever maybe is next.
I think he'll still use Sister Abigail because it's still effective.
Yeah.
And I think he might do a little bit more high impact stuff because he is in better shape now. And
that'd be cool.
He might do some different stuff. But I could see him just randomly attacking. I think that's probably going to be his new entrance. He always has the "we're here" thing. I think that Flash now with the toys and the dark hours and everything will be his new preview to his
fucking music, the creepy
Well, no, I think he'll have a different song because he said he was reached out to a few bands to make a new music for him.
Really?
Yeah, I think one of them was, who was it? Parkway Drive and a few other bands he asked if they'd make music for him.
Interesting.
So I think he'll get some darker music, a little different than what his old theme was.
Right.
I'm hoping they do this right. And honestly, like when it first started, I was worried about the Sammy thing. But the more I see it, the more it's different. He is. They are using him as a main event.
Yes, they are.
I mean,
he already beat Braun Strowman.
Yeah, he lost his title match or whatever.
Yeah.
And he got thrown into the dumpster by Braun, but Braun does that to people.
Yeah.
And then he beat Braun.
It
was with Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre beating the shit out of him.
And that's really good. That shows a lot of promise for Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll have like a United States title run or an Intercontinental title run.
Yeah. Yeah, I think once Joe loses it to a face, Sammy will face the next person.
Right.
But yeah, then he's not going to face him as long as Joe's champion.
No, exactly. You're right.
I like what they're doing with Sammy. I think that's got to be close to like what they do with Bray, except Bray's going to obviously be more vicious.
He's going to kill everyone.
And, like destroy everyone.
He's going to destroy everybody. That's how it's going to fucking be.
But honestly, I could see him doing that in the Money in the Bank match. Like I could see. Like, say, who's a face in that match? Ricochet or Ali being on top of the ladder, and all of a sudden the lights go out, lights come on, and Bray just comes up on the ladder, and it's like either knocks him off or just, like hits like his Uranagi or whatever off the ladder.
That would be fucking awesome.
And then the lights go off again and on again, and everyone's down and he's gone.
And he's gone. And nobody knows. So, what are our predictions for Money in the Bank? It's this Sunday. There's a lot going on this Sunday. We got Money in the Bank. We got Game of Thrones series finale, which is interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So first one is women's tag titles: Iconic versus Asuka and Kyrie. I think Kyrie won.
I think Asuka and Kyrie won.
They take. Even though I like the Iconics, they don't know how to book tag teams.
No, they don't.
So they haven't taken them seriously.
And they're gonna give it to the new guys.
Yeah.
Well, not new guys, but the new tag team page.
Then Cruiserweight Championship, Tony Nese versus Arya. I think Arya Daivari is a really fun talent, but seeing as Nese just won this title at the last pay-per-view, I find it hard to believe he'd lose. I find it hard to believe he'd lose right away.
I agree. I like Tony Nese in this one.
I think it's going to be a great match.
Oh, God, yeah.
Really fun.
It will be.
Then SmackDown Tag Titles, Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos. I think it's
Daniel Bryan
and Rowan. Just because the Usos are still technically a Raw tag team, even though they're randomly appearing on SmackDown.
Because it's this wild card rule bullfucking
But I don't think they're going to give that. They're not. Number one, they're not going to give him the titles because Rowan and Bryan just won it. Yeah. Also, Bryan just gave that interview where he said he wants tag team wrestling to be taken more seriously. I think they're probably working on new belts for him.
Oh, I hope
for him and Rowan.
And especially with what you said, and I like your idea of because he went into concussion protocol.
Rowan's just there to take the hits to kind of slow down the match. Beat up the other guys, and then Bryan comes in, hits the knee, and wins.
And then wins 1, 2, 3. You're still tag team champ. Yeah. So I agree with that.
And that's good for him. He needs some time in matches where he can just do that, and not take the hits, not take the bumps. Because even though he's altered his style a little bit, he still wrestles. Takes risks when he wrestles. He still does a dive through the ropes. He still does some dives off the turnbuckle. That drop kick in the corner.
The drop kicks that that he does a backflip and all that shit.
Yeah, so he needs time where he's just kind of on the apron recovering, so he's not constantly taking blows.
Agreed.
And I do people were upset he got the tag titles when it's not technically really a team. I wasn't, just because I wasn't completely a fan of him losing the WWE title. I like him having something else.
So he needs a title
because
he needs a title to be
even as a heel, he is a top draw, and people. But it's like Owens. People still love him even when he's a bad guy because they're amazing in the ring, and it's fun.
Exactly.
Then the next match is Joe versus Ray for the U.S. title.
Joe.
I think what I said was going to happen at WrestleMania will happen here. I think Joe's going to end up choking out Ray's kid.
I agree.
And, like, either have Ray handcuffed in the corner or tied up in the corner. Then Ray just says, I quit.
Then Ray says, I quit after Joe has beat the fuck out of his kid.
Okay, next match, I know who's going to win, but I want to know what crazy thing you think will happen. Because this person does crazy shit constantly. The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage.
Oh my dear God. I think The Miz is going to win this match.
Yep.
But
Shane is going to try to kill himself again.
Shooting star?
I think he's going to try to do a coast to coast of the cage to the corner because he's crazy.
I'm thinking shooting star. But then again, that's face Shane. So maybe moonsault.
But he's been doing the coast to coast still and just
as a heel.
Yeah.
So fine,
or he might do the elbow that he used to do.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say shooting star. He does one more shooting star and he does it from the top of the cage.
Yeah.
And he's gonna miss.
Yeah, and then the Miz hits the skull crushing finale.
And then from 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Then Roman versus Elias.
Ugh.
Roman's gonna win.
Roman in a blah match.
Yeah. I will say this about the Miz though. Like, I wasn't really sure of him turning face just because he's such an amazing heel. But he's been really good as a good guy.
It really depends on who the heel is in his rivalry. That's the thing.
But this is helping him boost because Shane is like Vince.
Right.
This is helping him boost to now when he moves on to, say, rival with Baron or rival with Wyatt, Drew McIntyre, one of them. He'll have a little bit more behind him as a face and let him go.
Okay.
And then women's Money in the Bank: Alexa, Naomi, Natalya, Dana, Bayley, Mandy, Ember, and Carmella.
I'm going to say I have a prediction. And I'm going to say Fuck.
See, that's what's hard about this.
Okay. I'm going to say Ember Moon, but I have a really good reason why. Ember Moon is going to do what Alexa Bliss did, or it could be Alexa Bliss, again, and she tries the same exact thing that she did last year and try to cash it in. But this time, I'll go Alexa Bliss again. I'll say she's 2-time Money in the Bank winner. She's going to cash it in, but she's going to lose. I think it's a fail. And I think Becky Lynch, and this is going to be predictions for her 2 matches, I think Becky Lynch beats Charlotte Flair, and I think Becky Lynch beats Lacey Evans, and then I think Alexa Bliss tries to cash it in, and Becky Lynch beats Alexa Bliss. I think she's going to go 3 for 3 because it's to make Becky Lynch that much over. They are trying to make Becky Lynch into the next Stone Cold, into the next Rock, into the next John Cena, into the next Roman Reigns. And what better way would it be for Becky Lynch to beat all 3 in one night?
I think it's going to be it's going to be a little different. I do think Alexa's going to win.
Okay.
Just because the other people in the match, besides Dana, Mandy, and Ember, who they seem to be behind now.
Well, I could see Ember Moon just to give her the loss.
I don't really see them giving them the Money in the Bank. Like Carmella again, maybe. But I think Alexa wins because of Nikki Cross. I think Nikki Cross gets involved and helps Alexa win the Money in the Bank. Because Nikki will be her friend now, and her little muscle. Like, part of me thinks she'll cash in on this night. Another part of me thinks she may just hold on to it so she can do her promos and her shows with the briefcase and just kind of like walk around with it and like kind of taunt the people with it. So I could see her holding on to it for maybe till SummerSlam, and then she'll get the title, one of the titles, either SmackDown or Raw, because they are gonna put the title on Alexa again too. Because Alexa, as much as
she's great,
she is. But as much as people want to say the women's revolution in business has been like built around Charlotte and them, it's not really. It's kind of been built around Alexa because she's also a 9-time champion, and her reigns have been, fan-wise, more entertaining than Charlotte's runs, or Sasha's,
True.
Bailey.
Because she's good on the mic.
Yeah.
You know, Alexa Bliss is good on the mic.
And then the next one, the men's Money in the Bank. Ricochet, McIntyre, Baron, Finn, Andrade, Ali, Sammy, and Randy Orton.
McIntyre. I think this is an easy one. And I honestly think McIntyre is the clear-cut favorite. Because what they want to do, because the last 2 years that they had Baron Corbin and they had Braun Strowman, and they both failed the Money in the Bank. So right now, the trending of the Money in the Bank briefcase is like, all right, yeah, that's great, you won, but what are you going to do with it? The last two did nothing. And I know that Vince McMahon and everybody in the back is so fucking high on McIntyre. What better way is for McIntyre to get the briefcase and to pretty much just lurk in the shadows a little bit and tell Seth, like, yo, you're fucked. You and AJ Styles, you want to have your little 2-month fucking rivalry? That's fine and great. Huh?
Last a month, and then we're moving on to the next version. So.
But I honestly think the biggest threat and will probably become the new Universal Champion after Seth Rollins is Drew McIntyre.
I don't think so.
No?
Nope. I got kind of a wild card I think is gonna win.
Oh.
Gus.
Bray Wyatt.
No.
Finn Balor.
Nope.
Becky Lynch.
Andrade. I like
Andrade wins.
I think that's a good one.
Because the backstage are
one.
starting to get behind him.
Yeah.
I think the writers like that he's improved his English promos.
Yes.
And still can obviously cut promos in Spanish, which is big for them. I think he wins Money in the Bank. I think it also, I'd say Finn, if he wasn't the Intercontinental Champion, I just can't see him having the Intercontinental title and the Money in the Bank.
I agree.
If he was defending the belt that night and lost it,
then I could totally see Finn Balor.
But I don't see him having both. I see him eventually being the Universal Champion again.
Well, now WWE Champion because he's now on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, the WWE Champion again soon
for the first time. Yeah.
But right now, I think he holds the Intercontinental title for a long time. Maybe SummerSlam, maybe the December pay-per-view. Then maybe a Royal Rumble he does something. But I think Andrade wins. I think for him, much like I say there's a wild card in the women's Money in the Bank, I think the wild card in his is basically Zelina's turning herself into Lita, where she just randomly keeps hurricaning money all over the place.
I could see that.
I could see her like causing trouble and like
I could see that,
like even off the ladder or something, just tipping the ladders over, hurricaning people, and like just distracting them. I honestly could see Andrade getting this Money in the Bank. I don't know when he'd cash it in. I think he'd probably hold it for a while. Maybe SummerSlam he'll cash it in. Maybe Survivor Series,
December, Royal Rumble type thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is with that, of course, with the Royal Rumble, I don't see him, if he does win it, being the champion at WrestleMania. Unless he becomes that big of a heel.
I mean, he's kind of is becoming that big of a heel, especially now that he's improving his promos. His like in-ring work's gotten a little better. I mean, he was awesome to begin with, but it's getting amazing. I just think Sunday's gonna be his night. I think he's gonna like get his Money in the Bank and get his moment.
But we both got two very top heels that could that we think are gonna win the Money.
Yeah, the only reason I don't see Drew getting it
because he doesn't need it.
Yeah. Kind of like I didn't think that Braun was going to win, but whatever.
Yeah.
But he lost anyway.
Yeah, he lost anyway. So
then, SmackDown Women's title, Becky versus Charlotte.
Becky.
Yep.
Becky. I'm sorry. Charlotte ain't winning that.
Raw Women's title, Becky versus
I'm sorry, Becky.
I think Lacey. Okay. I think the reason I think this is because they're building so much of this, the man persona. I think what made certain people like Rock and Austin great was, they had the titles, they won a lot for a while, but they chased the titles.
Yes.
They didn't always have the titles, they chased them. So I think she loses one of them and then just kind of goes crazy and tries to get it back.
Okay.
And tries to have both again.
That's a possibility.
And they're really behind Lacey Evans, so I could see them giving Lacey. I could even
Wow.
see them giving Lacey the title and then having someone cash in on it.
Okay. Yeah. Like
Alexa
Bliss
like
or Ember
Ember,
Moon
yeah.
or yeah.
Then WWE title, Kofi versus KO.
I'm gonna overthink on this one. Because I know I said in the beginning, I could totally see Kofi Kingston winning at WrestleMania and then losing at the very next pay-per-view. And it makes a lot of sense. It makes a ton of sense for Kevin Owens to come in and beat the fuck out of Kofi Kingston and become the new champion. You know what? No, fuck, I'm not overthinking. Kevin Owens is winning. Kevin Owens is winning. You know what? That's it. Kevin Owens wins.
I think Kevin Owens wins, but I think something interesting could happen.
What?
My other theory with Money in the Bank is that Sammy wins. And I could see Sammy running out, making Kofi think he's going to cash in, hitting a haluva kick on him, then Owens pop a power bombs and pins wins.
Holy shit.
And then Sammy and Owens are celebrating at the end of the night. Sammy with the briefcase,
and then Owens with the
WWE
title. And then maybe you have a lot of segments during the summertime of Owens so Sammy, are you going to go after the Universal title?
Yeah.
And then, you could tease a Sami Zayn betrayal on Kevin Owens. And you could either do it or not, but you would have a great storyline with it.
And especially because this is different than they've ever booked Sammy before.
Because he's now even a bigger asshole. He's just a top heel asshole right now.
Either way, I think a heel wins this match. Because, Money in the Bank at the basis is a heel thing.
Yes.
Because a face wins, and they do what John Cena tried to do to RVD, where he says, I'm cashing in on this date. And then he gets his ass
Braun
kicked.
Strowman too.
Yeah, then he gets his ass
I'm going to cash in on this date.
And then he gets his ass kicked.
Yes.
The basis of Money in the Bank is you attack someone when they're not expecting.
Yes.
Like Dolph did. Get the title, run out. So I think a heel has to win it. I think Sammy or Andrade are the most likely right now. Just because Drew's up there, but I think the way writing is thinking, I think they kind of want to, because of how pissed he's been recently, appease Triple H a little bit.
As they should.
And Triple H's guys, Sammy, Andrade, Ricochet, but Ricochet ain't winning. Ricochet will do something insane.
Yeah. Him and Ali are going to do a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Him and Ali Mustafa are definitely going to do some fucking awesome shit.
Yeah, they're going to kill each other.
They're going to kill each other. There's going to be some great spots. But yeah,
I think they're going to try to do a Spanish fly off the ladder and try to kill each other.
At least on somebody.
Yeah. But that's the thing I was thinking of before. I could really see Sammy even winning in a cheating way. Say they're knocking the case around and it falls down when Carmelo won, and he just catches it and runs away.
I can see that. That would be hilarious. That'd be a great way for Sami Zayn to win.
And,
I think it'd be fucking
and
great.
then I could see him going in there with the briefcase and just kind of gives the ref the briefcase. Then Haluva kicks Kofi, takes the briefcase back and walks away.
God.
Then Owens power bomb, pins him, wins.
1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens, your new WWE champ.
Then
And then I believe the last one is the Universal Championship, right?
AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
I think Seth
with
wins.
all the heel shit that's probably going to happen at this pay-per-view, you're still going to have Seth Rollins. Yes. And Seth, and both are faces right now.
I mean, AJ's kind of a heel. The people just don't understand that. Yeah, he is kind of a heel.
You're right. But yeah, I think it's going to be an awesome match. And you know what? They might even do one of those really bullshit endings.
Yeah.
They might do a disqualification at the end.
Or double count out.
Yes. I could see them doing that. But something with Seth Rollins retaining the title.
Yeah. My thought process on this match was, I think AJ's going to, because of the whole wild card bullshit, AJ's going to get Anderson and Gallows to attack Seth.
Okay.
Because he said a few weeks ago, "Oh, if your friends can just pop up to help you sometime,
What about mine?
maybe mine should."
Exactly.
I think either before the match or like in the backstage or something. Oh, Anderson and Gallows will attack Seth. I think Roman will try to get involved and help Seth out again. But I think either by DQ, by count or something, Seth Rollins ends up keeping the title. But I think the rivalry will continue. I think next pay-per-view, they're saying it's supposed to be a triple threat with Seth, AJ, and Baron Corbin.
I can see that.
Been like a tables match
Popping back in,
and a tables match or something because it's Extreme Rules.
Right.
But if I was gonna say AJ was gonna win, I'd say Gallows and Anderson cost Seth the title. But I would only
don't see it yet.
But I would only say that if everyone from the Shield was still here, so you could do the Shield
Like a
versus
war,
the Club.
like the Shield versus the Club, which would be perfect.
But that's one thing I'm kind of not 100% sure about him actually being gone.
Why?
Because Ambrose or John Moxley, which he's known now,
Yes.
is signed up to do a movie. That's like kind of a cage fighter / movie that he's supposed to start.
Okay.
Guess who the producer for that movie is?
WWE.
Christian.
The fuck? Christian from Legend Christian.
Yep.
How?
I think, I don't think they have announced it, but I think that's secretly a WWE Studios movie.
You might be right.
And I think Ambrose is dead, but I think he will come into WWE again as John Moxley.
That would be
And
fucking
just
awesome.
fuck people up.
And just fucking be, but John Moxley was.
And
never
then that
Shield.
yeah, no, but he was in NXT. And then
Well, shit.
then that could also be a thing. That could have been the Shield's last run because Moxley
Moxley's
isn't in the Shield, and you could even have like kind of segments with Seth and Roman talking to him and trying to like be like, "Oh, brothers
It's the
again,"
Shield. Like, no.
and just have him like kind of like looking at them and just walk away. And like every time they keep trying to get him to go,
He just walks away.
Yeah.
Like John Moxley would.
I mean,
I like
could
it.
still see a situation where he signs with Impact, signs with AEW. I don't know about AEW. That's because I think he's
gonna go in Impact.
I think he'll go Impact, but I think it's gonna be a really short contract.
AEW signed a TV deal with TNT.
Yeah.
Look at that! It's coming in fall time.
How did the TNT TV deal work out for the last company?
Pretty well until the end. So. It's just how it is, you know. Ted Turner does what he does.
I actually read
Turner
something
Network.
interesting about the SmackDown contract on Fox.
What?
Technically, Fox isn't allowed to move SmackDown to Fox Sports 1 if it starts struggling. They have to keep it on Fox, on the main channel.
Jesus. That's pretty fucked up.
I mean, it's smart on
Yeah,
WWE's part.
that's very smart on WWE's part.
Because it's not
Right.
USA that's cable. It's everybody gets Fox, basically.
Exactly.
If you don't, like, even if you have, like, Tuner TV, everyone gets Fox.
Right. You're right.
I think it was really smart by WWE. I also think it was smart by them because that kind of got them in the door
For
to
XFL.
negotiate for XFL.
I agree. And now they have ESPN and Fox and
And
NBC.
Same deal as NFL. basically.
Exactly. Same deal as NFL.
And that's kind of one thing, like,
That's
that
the
my
thing
friend
that the other one did not do. So,
my friend posted a comment on Facebook today, like, All American Football League or whatever failed after 10 weeks. How long do you give XFL? And I told him, I commented, I was like, this is kind of different because the American Alliance of Football or whatever the fuck it was called
yeah.
just randomly popped up one day.
Yeah, it
And,
did.
like, it was just like, oh, we have football games here.
Yeah, we got football games in about 2 weeks. What?
They didn't even announce it for 2 weeks. They just said the day before, oh, there's a football game on ESPN. And people were like, what?
What?
XFL, they're not rushing into it.
Ugh.
They actually have contract deals with coaches who are also the GMs and everything. The coaches people kind of know from around. And honestly, what hurt the American Football
Alliance, yeah.
was basically, I think they ran out of like funding.
Yeah, they did.
That's not a problem with Vince McMahon.
No. Vince McMahon's got enough funding, and he's going to be okay with that shit.
And especially with the contracts from Fox and NBC and ESPN, because that's a big thing about the contracts. They pay you to put your product on their network.
Exactly.
I think XFL will be fine. I think the fact that this time they're actually doing more planning with it, and kind of like waiting it out, and kind of going to like the college players that don't want to play all 4 years and saying like, hey, you can come play here for a few years. We'll pay you.
You're right.
You'll get exposure. You'll be on Fox or ESPN every week, so you're gonna be seen. So
it could work. It could happen.
Yeah.
I agree. Is that what we all got? Is that all we got? Because then we got to go to something that I forgot all about last week.
What?
And we're going to do it especially this week. But it sucks because we're not going to have – it's going to be in 2 weeks when you get my total reaction on Game of Thrones.
We can talk about that then, the football stuff.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We got that stuff. So, spoilers coming in 5, 4 – spoilers of Game of Thrones. In 5, 4,
everyone dies.
3, 2, 1. All right, spoiler time. Daenerys has gone crazy. She is the Mad Queen.
I mean, that was eventually going to happen.
Yes.
How much can someone get raped and attacked before they're just like, you know what? Fuck all of you. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with this shit. Every season you attack me and rape me. I'm done. Fuck all of you. You're all gonna burn.
Yep, and now everybody is burning. Daenerys has gone crazy. Well, you know, it was inevitable, and it was a good episode.
Yeah,
it was good. A lot of fun. A lot of party.
Ones so far.
Yeah, exactly. But here we are. Here comes the last episode. Who's getting the Iron Throne?
She's probably going to. She's going to burn the fuck out of everyone that steps in her way.
I think.
I mean, you don't have to worry about the Night King and his little dragon.
You got to worry about her and her fucking dragon. That's what you got. You know, I honestly believe Jaime Lannister and Cersei are not dead yet. I think there will be a little bit of a twist with them. I don't know if they're gonna like kill Daenerys or not, but I honestly believe Daenerys will kill Sansa.
Yeah,
Daenerys will kill Sansa, which will lead Jon Snow to killing Daenerys, and then maybe Cersei kills Jon Snow, and Cersei wins it all, and
or
just
everyone just dies.
That might be.
Everyone kills everyone.
Yes.
It's just fun.
I'm still going to say somehow, some way, Gendry becomes the king. Who is, of course, the bastard son of Robert Baratheon. The only bastard son that is left living. Gendry, the one that fucked Arya, is going to be the king at the end of it all. And I just think it'll be interesting. They need to have a lot of fucking twists. They need twists. Because they haven't had twists. Everything has been very to the book.
I think
even the Clegane Bowl, even with Sandor and Gregor, fucking the Mountain and the Hound, great fucking battle by the way.
I think the big problem with
it's just too Hollywoodish.
Is the fact that number one, it's a short season. It's like 7, 8 episodes.
6
episodes.
6 fucking episodes.
So it's a short season.
Very short.
So they kind of wasted the first episode, kind of like
by like everybody
tutorialing everything.
Yes. You're right.
Like now they had like after that 5 episodes left, and even the second episode it was more of like, oh, this is the history of everything we've
of everybody.
Then it's not until the third episode that it's like, okay, shit's finally starting.
And then it's like, all right, we got a couple deaths. That's pretty cool.
And now it's like, okay, you have 1 episode left. Like, oh.
Like, wait a minute.
That's why, I love Game of Thrones. It's been an amazing show. But I like some of my friends who like to try to compare it to Breaking Bad and saying that it's a better show than Breaking Bad. And I kind of tell them, I was like, this last season is kind of proof that I don't think it was, because the last season of Breaking Bad gave everyone what they wanted. Walt went crazy, killed literally everybody, and got away with it. Like nobody arrested him.
You're right.
He just changed his identity. His last scene was him and a Dunny celebrating his birthday. So he basically got away with being a meth dealer.
He just got away.
Making billions.
I thought he died.
Killed it. No. They just showed him sitting at the Denny's, and then it just ended.
Jesus Christ.
No, but him and Jesse both survived. Like Jesse was hurt and everything, but Jesse survived, Walt survived, everyone else basically died. Like all his enemies. Because yeah, one of the last scenes was him with his car. They had the rotary machine gun that was like firing into the I think one of the factories where the people were. And then that's like I think that's the scene where you think he died because he was like laying on the ground after that.
Yeah.
Then I think it did like flash forward in the future, and then he's just sitting in the Denny's was celebrating his birthday. That's a fake identity, but
unfucking.
But I love both shows. I think obviously because it's different. Breaking Bad was written a lot better.
I agree.
I think Game of Thrones, while it was amazing, this last season, I could see why some people are upset
a little
with
bit
it.
upset, yeah, exactly.
Because it's like, okay, this is the end of your kind of,
and you're just kind of you're shit in the bed.
Yeah.
You know, you're not giving us those fucked up, crazy kills. You're not giving us those plot twists that the whole fucking other seasons have given us. And you're giving us vanilla.
But I think
you're giving us vanilla after feeding us all the greatest flavors of the world.
But I think also the problem is, like, I don't even think R.R. Martin knows who's supposed to.
He doesn't
win.
He doesn't.
So this is all people just like making shit up and like, okay, let's kill the most powerful person first.
Exactly.
Then let's just throw this up. People get burned. Okay, this is.
And now we got nobody that wins.
Yeah.
And that's how.
I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna win.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. He was in the episode.
He was in the episode. He was burned alive, but that was awesome.
You don't know. He could have survived.
Gary always survives.
You also in the next episode, you just see one of the soldiers sit up and just look around.
And he's like, I am king now. I'm King Gary, bitch.
He just walks up breathing fire, like chopping people's heads off.
Oh my god. Biting people's heads off. Eating people.
He just like spits fire, just like rates everyone. Like,
dear fucking Lord. So
then also it's just him and Daenerys at the end. He just like grabs her hand, they just walk off the altar and sit on it together.
They run into the sunset with the dragons in the background, and there you go. That's the end of Game of Thrones. Dear Lord. So you said that you had a great idea.
Yep.
So it's like our overtime right here. Even though it's very, very young in the next football season, you wanted to look up
what top quarterbacks and defenses from last year are going to have the biggest plunge, and what players will have like the biggest comeback and improvement on their teams.
Oh boy, that's it. Well, I mean, of course, you could always look at Aaron Rodgers and say, like, you know, he'll have a bounce back year. Probably, hopefully, bring the Packers to at least 10 wins into a playoff game, a wild card at very worst. I think that's a possibility. I think because Aaron Rodgers is that good to bring any team into a playoff caliber situation. And, yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and that's how it's fucking done.
I actually think he may do a little bit better. I think he's going to come into this season feeling like he has like stuff to prove because of what happened with McCarthy and what happened with the last few years where I don't understand why everyone's saying he had a down year last year because he threw 5 interceptions and had 30 touchdowns.
You're right.
So that wasn't a down year.
It wasn't a down year.
And he just didn't play the whole year.
Right.
I think I could see them even getting closer to 11 or 12 wins, competing for the NFC North title. I think from the looks of it, the Bears have a tougher schedule than the Packers.
Yes, they do.
Now. I think Packers will end up getting by, and Vikings and Lions provide no form of a threat for either of those teams. I think Packers will end up winning, and Rodgers may be, if not win it, maybe in top contention for MVP next year.
He could. I agree on that one. I believe the Eagles' defense will be better than it was last year.
Yeah.
I could see them as a playoff caliber team again. I think Wentz will have a good season, and I think a healthy season. And I could also see the Eagles with at least 10 or 11 wins too. Win the division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in the Redskins, Giants, or Cowboys. I think the Cowboys, their defense, I think they're going to fall a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems like this is what it is in the NFL. You have a good defense one year. You have like an amazing defense one year, and then the next year you kind of fall. You fall down, and then you fall on your face, and then you throw your hands up like, the sky is falling and shit like that. And I think that's also going to happen to the Bears.
Yeah.
I think the Bears are going to have.
I think Bears is going to, but I think the two that are going to actually jump up.
Yeah.
I think San Francisco and Seattle's defense is
Yes.
going to be a lot better.
I agree. I definitely agree with
San
both.
Francisco getting Bosa. I think their front seven is going to be brutal.
And honestly, with that, I think with
Seattle
Jimmy
is
Garoppolo being healthy, I think
I don't think the Rams are.
they're good.
But they're not going to be able to run through those two teams anymore.
I agree. It's going to be a lot tougher. I think
especially because Rams defense, for some reason, is still so awful.
It doesn't make sense, but
because Marcus Peters was kind of a system corner and kind of sucks now.
yes.
But
yeah,
I do think the Bears defense is going to take a step back. I think part of what made me even think that last year is a little of what I was telling you like during the weeks. On days or games where Mac doesn't have dominant performances, they get torched. People run through them. They score on them. There's basically like no resistance.
right.
I think, Mac is like one of the best players to play, but I think teams will kind of figure out, like when people were playing the Raiders, they'll figure out ways to like play around Mac and try to mitigate.
Mac might get his sacks and his tackles, but then the rest of the team is going to falter down the road because you're only you're worrying about everybody else and you're just letting Mac do what he does.
And I also think a big thing that's going to hurt them is losing Amos. Quentin Dix is a really good safety, from when he was injured. But also know, number one, he takes a lot of risks to go for interceptions that he may not be able to even get because they're too high or whatever.
Right.
It gets blown by. I think the Bears needed to sign someone. I'm kind of surprised they didn't sign Earl Thomas. But they had to sign someone. I think my only kind of thing I was telling my friends that are Bears fans about it was, you got to look at it like this. The two teams that had him, the Packers and the Redskins. The Packers had him for 4 or 5 years and traded him, and the Redskins had him.
Yeah.
Neither of those two teams made offers to get him back or to keep him in the Redskins case.
You're right.
Redskins went with Tyrone Matthew, and the Packers went with Amos.
Right.
I think that's very telling. Yeah, he's a really good safety, but I think he's the complete opposite of Amos. Amos plays really safe. He hits, separates people from the ball, tips the ball a lot, so the completions don't happen. Goes for the turnover, which he gets a good amount of, but when he doesn't, it's dangerous for the opposing defense.
It's high risk, high reward with Yeah. That's what it is.
I think the biggest flaw in that team now is they got gigantically, significantly worse at corner by losing Bryce Callahan and signing Buster Screen. Because now Buster Screen is their slot corner.
Right.
And he's not very good. I think Broncos defense, is going to be really good next year because
I agree.
Because they got
Broncos
Bryce Callahan.
defense, and I also believe the Jets are going to have a really good fucking defense next year.
They could. They just fired their GM and they have the case to
So hopefully that's something. I think the Jets will have a really good defense. Denver will have a really good defense. For quarterbacks, I'm looking. Call me crazy. Denver Broncos, Joe Flacco.
What, for having a bad year?
For having the best year since the Super Bowl run. Yeah, I'm throwing it out
They
there.
don't have enough receivers.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. What did he? That's why it's part of why you don't do good in Baltimore.
They're gonna have a good enough No. Joe Flacco's gonna have one of the best statistical seasons he will have, and it's gonna happen this year with the Denver Broncos. Mark my words.
No, I won't.
Mark my words. Yeah.
You're still gonna end up drafting Flacco, so you might.
Fuck
That's the only
that
reason you're
shit.
saying that, because you hope he does, because you know you're gonna end up drafting him.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You gotta win the MVP, and my receiver's running away with it. But I think two quarterbacks I think are gonna have a big dip down.
Whoa.
Patrick Mahomes
I could see that.
and Ben Roethlisberger.
I can see that too. I was thinking about
Mahomes
Big Ben.
because he lost, like losing Hunt didn't seem like a big deal because their other wing backs. They still has Kelsey, but now he lost Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, and now who's he gonna have other than Kelsey?
Yeah,
You know,
I
he's
mean,
losing
Conley's
weapons
an okay
because they're being fucking
Is
idiots.
an okay receiver. They got a couple other okay receivers, but I don't see him being like he's gonna put up his numbers because he's like kind of a freak athlete. But I don't think he's gonna be as dominant as he was last year. I think what else? I think Russell Wilson will have a better year this year.
I think so too.
Because I honestly kind of think Seattle's going to win that division. But I just don't see for the Steelers.
They might have a really bad year this year. They
had a bad year at the beginning of last
yeah,
year.
they did,
and
but
they missed the playoff.
now that
But-
Big Ben is getting older, they might.
But not
they
just
might
getting
have like
older.
6 and 10.
They lost his two. Like okay, if you ever play
Le'Veon Bell and
if
Antonio
you ever
Brown.
play the Steelers in Madden, 99% of their offense is Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown.
You're right.
With 1% being who's the tight end?
Hey, what about Juju?
No, they don't throw to Juju. They throw to Antonio Brown and run it, or the tight end, McDonald.
McDonald.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Those are the three people they target in the offense, and that's all they do. And yeah, the offense is a little different, and yeah, they have Juju. But you know what's going to happen with Juju this year? He's going to get double teamed because he's the number one now.
You're right.
And he's not Antonio Brown. He's not going to be able to break those double teams. I think they're going to have a big struggle. I don't know if James Conner's going to be able to repeat what he did last year. Because that's the whole thing about a lot of these players. Once you get tape on them, you figure out ways to stop them. Yeah, it was happening during the year, but even during the year, you get very little tape and time to prepare. Yeah, you watch game tape like one day of the week for practice, but then it's like practicing. I think now you have a full year of tape on him, full year of tape on what the Bears defense did. I think teams are going to game plan and figure out how to stop both of them.
But you know what defense and what quarterbacks is going to be fucking awesome this year?
Not Joe Flacco.
The Browns. Brother Baker and the Browns.
Yeah,
They're going to win 12-plus games. They're going to win the AFC North.
if the Ravens don't.
Ravens suck. Get out of here with that shit.
Lamar's going to win another MVP
Fuck that shit.
if he beats his receiver. But who do you think is going to be the worst team next year?
Oakland. Still.
Arizona. I think
Still
Arizona's going to be better.
I think Oakland.
I think Arizona because they fucking wasted a first-round pick
I
last
agree.
year.
I
And
agree,
this
but
year.
like I still feel like Oakland is going to be that
I think
shit-ass
I
team.
think Oakland will be better. I think Brown improves them. They got a running back too. I forgot the one they drafted. I think they'll be better. I mean, they're not going to be like playoff better, but they're going to win more games than they did
No,
this
they're
year.
winning 3 games.
But-
That's it.
But
They're gonna have the number one pick of the draft. Oakland.
Yeah, I think Arizona, Washington, and Cincinnati are all gonna just like.
Well, yeah,
God
no
awful.
Alex Smith, man. Like, oh, but they got Dwayne Haskins, so we don't know how theirs going to be. They actually might go like 7-9, 6-8. Well, I mean, 6-10. But we'll
Maybe.
see. I mean, we're only in May. We're only in May, but I'm going to Vegas next week, and maybe I'll put some money on a team.
The Raiders. You're gonna bet on Joe Flacco winning MVP, and you're gonna lose all your money. You're gonna bet like $2,000 on Joe Flacco winning MVP, and
I will win a lot.
no, you're gonna lose a lot of money. Well, once it comes back there and be like, you owe us $5,000 for making a stupid bet.
Fuck that shit. My name is James.
I'm Adam.
This is the Pub List, and we will see you in 2 weeks, unless Adam does it by himself, or maybe I'll do like a phone in or some bullshit. Adios.
Joe Flacco still sucks.
No.